everyone, it's Mimi and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about the harsh reality of married down, not just in China, but everywhere. If you are young and in love, thinking love is all that matters, you need to stop and hear me out. I'm not here to judge, but I am here to warn you, married down can ruin your life. This is a title on Chinese social media that recently got really famous. Red Note, someone has posted a personal story about her marrying down to a man in Beijing. This is not about being materialistic. It's about protecting yourself, your future, and even your children. Because the truth is, love fades, but financial struggles, family burdens, resentment last a lifetime. Today, I want to share a real story, a cautionary tale from a woman who learned his lesson the hard way. This lady had it all. Born and raised in Beijing, Xicheng district, which is a posh area. She came from a well-established family. Her parents were respected professionals. She had access to top-tier education and future was full of promise. But then, love happened. She fell for a co-worker, an outsider with no financial stability, no family support, and no long-term prospects. Her parents begged her to consider, warning her that love alone wasn't enough. But she ignored them, convinced that their love could overcome any obstacles. Fast forward a few years, she was the one who paid for everything. The house, the car, the child's expenses. Her husband's family, absent. No financial help, no emotional support. Just the expectation that she would take care of things because she had the means. But the worst part, the emotional toll. She consistently had to tiptoe around his fragile ego. If she ever complained, he'd throw passive-aggressive remarks at her. You think you could have done better? You're lucky. I put up with you. She watched her friends get help from both sides of the family while her parents were drained financially and physically. They would have to raise their grandchildren alone. And here comes the biggest slap on her face. She realizing that marrying the wrong man meant lowering her own child's starting line in life. Eventually she left, but years of energy, youth, and opportunity were already lost. Now, why am I telling you this? Because too many women romanticize struggle in relationship. They've been conditioned to think that love conquers all. But in reality, marriage is an investment, and like many investments, bad choices lead to bankruptcy. Here are 3 hard truths every woman needs to hear before she makes the mistake of marrying down. 1. Financial burdens. You will end up working twice as hard covering your partner's shortcomings and feeling resentful when you realize it was unavoidable. A man's fragile ego will become your burden. When a man knows he's dependent on you, he won't always be grateful. Sometimes he will resent you for it, and he will take it out on you in subtle toxic ways. Your family will pay the price too. Marriage is not just between 2 people in China, it's 2 families emerging. If your partner's family contributes nothing, guess who fills that gap? Your parents. And the biggest problems with marrying down, your child's pay the price too. Now let's talk about the biggest heartbreak of marrying down. Something you may not even think about when you're young and in love. Your child will feel the consequences. Many women who marry down say the same thing. I didn't care about money before, but after having kids, everything changed. Why? Because suddenly you are watching other parents, your colleagues, your friends, giving their kids the best. They are sending them to top schools, providing extra classes, giving them the latest gadgets, and opening doors through their connections. And then you look at your own child and realize you can't do the same. Maybe you can't afford the best education. Maybe your in-laws don't have the resources to help. Maybe your husband shrugs it off, say, it's fine, kids don't need so much. But deep down, you know that's not true. Because in this world, resources equals to opportunities. And nothing hurts more than seeing your child start at a disadvantage because of a choice you made. This is why 门当户对, equally matches in marriage, is so important. It's not about being elitist. It's about ensuring your future family has equal access to the resources and opportunities. So, before you say love is enough, ask yourself, will love be enough when your child is the one paying the price? The ugly truth, they won't be grateful. They will think it's your fate. Your in-laws won't be grateful. They will think you're married down because you had no other choice. A lot of women believe, I'm giving so much. I'm providing everything for the family. They will appreciate me, surely. No, they won't. Instead, they will convince themselves that you settled for their son because you had no better option. And because of that, they will treat you like someone who should be grateful to be a part of their family, not the other way around. They won't acknowledge the financial and emotional burdens you take on. They won't feel bad you are the one pulling most of the weight. And worst of all, if you ever complain, they will gaslight you. You think you are better than us? If you were so good, why did you end up with him? This is the painful reality many women face. You think your kindness and sacrifices will be repaid with love and appreciation, but instead, you'll be met with entitlement and disrespect. Now, let's talk about something that doesn't get discussed enough: the emotional toll of marrying down. A lot of women don't regret it immediately. The problems don't show up on the wedding day. They creep in slowly over time, like a weight pressing down on your chest. It starts when you realize his family will never understand your word. It grows when you notice that no matter how much you give, they don't appreciate it, they just expect it. And then one day you wake up and realize the admiration, the excitement, even the love you don't feel anymore. One woman shared in the comments that she's already suffering from depression because of her marriage but is afraid to leave for the sake of her child. She is trapped. Another woman said she's in the middle of the wedding preparations and the class difference between their families has become painful. Obvious, her admiration for her fiancé has faded. This is what people don't tell you about marrying down. It doesn't just affect your finances. It affects your mind, your emotions, your self-worth. Marriage should not feel like a trap. If it does, maybe it's time to rethink your past before it's too late.